The party is back fucking on, baby. Let's go. So MapleStory just released their Maple memo, and they go into detail explaining why they initially had these changes planned to be and scheduled to be made to the game, such as the cap on the Urda energy, the whole frenzy totem thing, etc., etc. And they addressed the main concern that all of us had, which is the cap regarding Urda energy. They officially announced that the cap is removed, and not only that, guys, but there's a specific person in my comment section who I went back and forth with a little bit. He was worried to fight on our side because he did not want the daily quest to be removed. Sir, they've made everyone happy with this. The daily quest will still be here. With this statement, they've pretty much made everyone happy, and that's something that people say could never be done, but they actually did it. They made everyone happy. Furthermore, guys, the Soul Eater booster is not going to be available, so there's no pay to win aspect. However, they are going to be reviewing how quickly or slowly we as a collective community are gathering Urda energy and Soul Urda to then maybe release it down in the future, which I don't give a absolute F. Like, I might even spend on it in the future if that's the case, because as long as there's no cap, like that, I'm chilling. That we have the daily quest, they're literally appeasing to the entire audience right now, and this is what we needed to see. So for people who are in the comment section dooming, for people in game saying, oh, nothing's gonna change, for people saying you're wasting your time, you're taking it too serious, you're way too emotional, like this is just a game, you're welcome. Like literally, you're fucking welcome, because if it wasn't for the community, the people of the community, the members of the community who were actually saying something, doing something, and spreading the word, we might not have never been here to see this Maple memo to begin with. We would have just gotten that patch live, and like the game would have tanked even more than it was already doing so in the past. So I want to say kudos to Nexon, because at least they listened, right? And if what they're saying here is true, they didn't have any ill intentions. They had a philosophy, a logic that they believed was the best projection forward for their player base. But we spoke up and we let them know that no, that is not what we want as the player base, and they rectified the situation. So the party is back on. Hashtag spend if you got it. Hashtag spend if you want to. And huge shout outs to so many people in the community. I've watched so much content, I've read so much content, from various different creators within the space. Huge shout out to majority of the Bean Brigade members who are willing to put their entire partnership with Nexon on the line to fight for what's right. I'm talking about Misusing TV, Tomps, Maple Binge, Sacrix, the list goes on. Almost everybody was right there except for select few people around here. We don't name names, so it is what it is. But huge shout out to a ton of members of the community, and of course huge shout out to the twins, Areklo and Game. They were like the war generals leading the charge. As much of a dire situation as it was, and as close as we were to the brink of collapsing as a community regarding the game MapleStory, they made it a lot more of a bonding experience, and I'm not gonna lie, they did make it a little bit more fun, because Jake was out here acting like a whole ass war general. So that shit was funny, but at the end of the day, it was for a good cause and it was for a good reason, and more specifically, we got shit done. Shout outs to everybody, kudos to everybody that was there with it, and we got our new age back. We got our update back. We got our game back.